Hello everybody, Jared back again, and welcome back for another episode of Vintage Story. Alright guys, let's just jump back into it. Okay, since last episode, I've done a little bit of work. The first thing that I did, as we chatted about at the end of last episode, was I got the flax planted. So I had finished hoeing all this stuff out, or I guess creating it, then I hoed it out, planted the flax. And the other thing I did, because I had an extra 27 flax sitting in my inventory, and I knew that we were going to get this stuff harvested as well, and seeing as we look at it, its K nutrition is down to 20%. We're definitely not getting this flax back in this area, just like we didn't get it over here. So I also created this little plot of land over here. This is definitely just going to be temporary, I think, but I just need to get as much flax in the ground in this first year as possible, so that we have, you know, all of the flax twine that we need. And on that note, we will get to the flax twine momentarily, because we have things to build with that. But the first thing I want to do is take you in to what I've been doing over last night. First thing I did was make a bunch of pies. So we now have a full rack of pies. It is one charred red meat pie. I let it go for too long. A bunch of turnips, and then a few, I believe, soybean pies. I even made one more rack for all of the pies. We have 8 pies sitting there ready to go. The other thing I did was start working on our splinter plugs, and you can see one hot right there. I wanted to show you the new Smithingplus, how this actually works. So let's actually just show you right off the bat here. So if I were to do splitting, let's just get this guy all split up for us. There is a new bit system with this mod that allows you to quite realistically use the bits to either reforge items. You would see some of the stuff that we broke. We talked about those in past episodes as well, or just build things from scratch using the bits of metal that are either hot or reheated. So you can actually see up here. Oh, you can't see up over here in the tooltip there. It says material 48 out of 42. That means there's more material than there is needed for the item. It takes 42 bits to make the item. So now I'm knocking bits off, and it's lowering it down, and you can see down in my toolbar I have 2 iron bits and an iron ingot. And actually in my inventory I have even more iron bits that are actually getting a bit cool. They're almost too cold to use, and I'll show you what I need to use those in a bit. First things first, I need to get 12 of these, where are they, splitter plugs, iron splitter plugs. So if I'm going to put this down with my new hot piece of iron here, it's saying I have 42 out of 22. So as I break through this, and I am using the Knapster mod, I'm getting bits back. And this is actually going to make my bit pile hotter, because I can combine my bit piles together and see how far I can go with this. And altogether I received, I think I got 7 back from that, because I had 2 bits from the other one. And then altogether I've got 53 bits, which should be enough to make me the 3 extra splitter plugs I need, because I want 12. I can do with these splitter plugs, and we'll get this. This is the Quarry Mod. I need 12. I'll show you how that works. So let's get 3 more going here. So these should all take 11 bits each, so I'm going to need 33, right? And how this works, you can see it's now 2 of 22. I'm going to shift and add bits as I go, like so. And then I have to knock this down. My hammer is about to break, but we will cross that bridge when we get there, right? I think we have an iron hammer already ready and prepped for us to go, hopefully. All right, I need 1 more bit. Let's knock you down. And nope, I need room for 1 more. Come on. And 22, 23. And now I can knock these guys into place. I don't think I'm gonna get a bit back, but that's okay. And I'm level 4 in smithing. That's absolutely awesome. All right, I'm gonna go collect another hammer here just to make sure that I don't break all the way through it. Is there another hammer? Ooh, I might not have another hammer. I think I might have to get myself another one going. With that noted, actually, I wonder if one of my hammer breaks. Let's actually just go until it breaks here. I might be able to show you the smithing of that up as well. Let's see. There it goes. It breaks. And my hammer is broken. So I can reforge this guy. That's going to need to be reforged as well, but that's okay. So reforging. Let's get this thing going here. Let's take you off and put down. And I want the crucible on there and the U on there. These are both empty, right? You're empty and you're empty. I'm going to put, because I'm going to need them in there, the bits in there, so they will create 140 iron. That's how I'm going to reheat my iron up. And then smithing, I have an old broken tin here, and I'm going to use this to get myself some iron, or not iron, some tin bits. I need the chisel. Is it chisel and hammer, or just chisel? It's just chisel, so I can chisel this broken shovel bit because I now have an iron shovel. No longer need the tin shovel, but I can get 13 tin bits back. So let's get those guys in there. And you know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to do them both in the same so I don't have to use 2 pieces of coal. So let's actually put you back in my smithing. Let's grab 2 pieces of coal. I'm going to put 1 piece of coal in fact, let's do 1 piece of peat first. Start heating that up so I can double use it, right? Get it prepped with this guy. Let's get, that's the wrong one. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Let's get you heating, and then we'll do a piece of coal. So once it's done through and going through there, I'll heat that up. And then let's get over here, in here, this guy. And I'm going to want to put that guy in there as well to reheat it. So I can just put the broken hammerhead in my forges, which I built 2 more forges. And that's how I'll heat that bad boy up. We're going to wait for that to be usable. I'm going to put this in there to reuse that heat as well. And let's take a look at over here. So this is now heating up, and my iron bits are going to get into a more smeltable condition shortly here. Let's get them up past 900, I'd say, so that they're usable. And then I'm going to use up the rest of this heat to get this tin going here. Oh, I don't have a hammer. Oh, shoot. Just a second. Do I have any hammers? Never mind, guys. I just realized that I can't hammer things without a hammer. All right, so what I ended up having to do is chisel down one of my tin bronze ingots into 20 bits. And I was incorrect. You can melt the bits down into a pourable thing if they are a pourable metal, like any of the bronzes or the copper. So I'll be able to pour that into my hammerhead to get that going. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for that to heat up, and it's already done, never mind. Let's get that poured. Once we're waiting for this to cool down to be usable, let's actually work through what we're to do with some of that flax. I think I have made a decision. I think I do want to go at least a little bit. And you are 5% tin. Did I not finish you? Nope. Oh, it's only 95. Interesting. What do I want to do with that? Do I want to fill it more? You know what? Sure. Well, no, I can't do anything about that. Okay, that's really annoying. I didn't realize that hammerhead was only 95 bits. That's super annoying. I think that's the mod as well. So we're going to put 5 in there, and hopefully I'll just be able to sacrifice that. I could go through the whole pressure, the whole thing of figuring it out, but I think that I'm just going to sacrifice that to the gods. Oh, never mind. Now I didn't get it back. That's fine. All right. So with that there, and we're waiting for that to cool down. I still have this stuff going. I wonder if there's still some residual heat. There is kind of. I wanted to keep that kind of hot, but I don't think it's going to be necessary. Or not necessarily possible. We really have to wait for this to heat up, so it doesn't really matter. All right. Into my miscellaneous. So this is the amount of flax that we got ourselves out of there. So I think I do want to make myself some gambeson. Absolutely. Definitely, because my bear armor is dead. So we need to get ourselves some actual armor going on here. So I'm going to turn all of this into, well, not all of it. I'm still going to have 10 left over. And maybe I'm going to keep a little bit left. You know what? Let's do, how much was that? 24 first. And let's see what all the different things we can make with this. Gambeson. So Gambeson helmet, Gambeson armor, and Gambeson leg armor are the 3 things that I'm looking for. So this is going to be the most expensive. It is almost all just linen. Let's do it here. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 pieces is going to give me pretty decent armor. It's really not that bad. It's tier 2 protection. and it does pretty great. And it's low body weight. I mean, low walk speed, sorry. So it's actually pretty sick. I'm just going to put that directly on my body. And I'm just going to throw my black bear hide armor in my inventory there. All right, what's the next piece I want? I want the leg armor. So this is going to take 2 flax twine. So that's a good reason why I didn't want to use all of it. And then 5 pieces of the linen cloth. So there we go. And then 1, 2. That gives me some legs. Perfect. And then last but not least, the helmet, which sometimes I don't put on, but I think I am going to. It gives me flat protection. It gives you a little hungry, a little bit less healing, but it's just useful. It's just useful to have. And this one is, once again, 2. And... oh, what? Wrong thing. There we go. Oh my gosh. 2. There we go. Gambeson helmet. Now I am fully decked out in white. You can also dye your Gambeson armor, which is pretty sick. And I don't believe it, at least not this Gambeson, it's not the base for any armors. I don't think it is at the very least. Let me just take a quick check. Make sure I'm not lying to us. Are you the base for any armors? I don't believe so. No, it's the leather armor or the leather Gambeson that is the base for the other armor. And we'll make different armor in the future. For right now, this is going to get us pretty far though, which is pretty sick. All right, the rest of this. So we're still waiting on even more to come. So I'm not worried about just like putting this all into flax. And that is going to give us 13. I might be able to get us 14 here. Perfect. What I want to do with this stuff is get myself my first windmill. I'm not going to get the boat. I'm going to wait for the next batch for the boat. And for the boat, I think I need like 44. So it's going to be a lot of flax that I need. But what I do want to get is stuff for the windmill. And do I want to just go normal windmill? You know what? Let's wait till we actually get the windmill in place. Because I forgot I have Millwright on here. And I think I am going to want to use the Millwright windmill stuff. I might even go directly for... yeah, these wide sails go for the sail assembly, the 3-axis windmills, which I think is what I want. And I could do 4 and 4 is 8, so I would want 16 for my initial chunk. I could just do the original 4. Oh, wait, what does that one use? Copper. Oh, no, never mind. That gets, you get them back using the crafting. That equals, that's very confusing. Oh, right, you get 1 from 3. So I need 9 for... I want 12 basically for my first thing. Okay, cool. So I want to make it 3 times. So I want 24 for my like initial 4 or something, if that makes sense. All right, cool. I'll show you what all this talking means in the future. All right, are you ready to go? You are still soft and you are only 6:25, so we're gonna be waiting a little while. Well, oh, right, I wanted to walk through what this means here. So the iron splitter plug, I need to get myself a bunch more shale. So I'm going to use these splitter plugs to get us a bunch of stone and brought back here as we go. All right, while we're waiting for that, I guess I could reheat these guys back up. All right, there's the hammerhead, which we just got that. But I am going to want the hammerhead. So when we reheat up the bits, I am going to heat up the tin bits to get that going because, you know, I want to have at least 2 hammers because they go through real quickly, right? Let's get these guys heating, seeing as we are only a little ways away from needing them there. So hopefully the heating process will be matchy, right? So we get the iron bits going there. Once that's done, I will reheat this up and let's get these guys going as well. All right, finally hardened. Ah! Go quickly. I need a piece of wood for a handle. Boom. And I'm actually going to work on this thing first because it is only $7.99. There we go. Have I already done this transition? I have, but you need a little bit more heat, unfortunately. I wonder if I can get 800's fine. So let's actually just put these 2 on there because they'll be workable. Well, that'll actually get me burned up to 900. Yeah, and that'll be workable at a certain temperature, so it's totally fine. All right, let's get these guys burned through, and then I'm going to fix this guy as well. So first things first, so let's do the iron head. Boom, there's my 12 pieces. Absolutely perfect. Let's get this guy done as well before he cools down. You can see if I use the hammer, it is 32 out of 40, so I need a little bit of... copper bits, or sorry, 10 bits. So let's grab my 10 bits and fix this hammerhead. 1, 2, 3, perfect. I have 10 left over. Don't know what I would do with those 10s. And one more hammerhead is ready to go, which is a good thing because I actually need a hammer for the next bit of the thing I'm doing. So still got 10 bits. I've got another hammer ready to go. And I do have my 12, but I have 21 iron bits left. I'm going to use these iron bits to make myself a few different chisels here. So I do need the rubble hammer. It's a little bit, but I think I'm going to utilize something else for the rebel hammer. That's 20. Well, you know what? No, let's get the rebel hammer. We're going to use so much of it that we probably want all of it anyway. And that's going to use up all my bits anyway. So cool. Well, apparently I did not use up all of my bits. That's good, I guess. Cool. All right, let's put this last little one piece of iron bit away. Let's put you down here. I'm going to keep my bits down in a separate spot here. Let's grab some wooden material and throw 2 handles. One for my rubble hammer and one for my tin bronze hammer. You'll no longer be able to do this in the new version of the game, by the way, I've seen. So the rubble hammer, that'll allow me to get stone bits from the quarried pieces that we're going to see. And I'm going to show you more of the quarry stuff when we go get it basically right now. So what do I want to take with me? I no longer need my tongs. Put the tongs away. What else do I no longer need? Now that I have a sword, I'm going to put my spears away for right now. Let's put the spears like right there. I see you, friend. You can't get at me. I know that I'm putting these in the wrong place. There we go. Put you up. Let's grab the spears. You have to control click. You have to control click to put the spears on the wall or it won't let you. Control click and control click. Cool. I've got a flint hoe. No longer need you on my hotbar, so let's put you up there. What else do I got on me? I've got a piece of flame that I no longer need. I've got my potions. I've got my axe. Oh, I've got a small thing of food because I had a little bit left over of my meat. There we go. That's all gone. And I've got a little bit of pie chilling in my inventory. I'm going to take one more full pie with me for my adventure. And I'm going to brave the outdoors. Yes, I am. Ah, friendo. Let's test out my new armor. Come on, dude. I got a new sword and new armor. Where are you running to? Where are you running? Where are you running? What are you gonna give me? You're gonna give me a piece of flax? Absolutely awesome. You're coming in for this heat too? You can't handle it, buddy. What do you got? Nothing. Well, let's go put this piece of flax away. And then my plan is to go on a wee little adventure here to go get us some stone. So I want to go back to this area. We went there to just collect some loose stone on a past adventure. I'm now going to go back and get myself a decent amount of stone. Now the question is, there are some boar over here. I wonder if I actually want to go to this area. It's the same type of stone. I think it's shale, right? Is that what we've been building? Yes. Oh, it's slate. Is it slate that we've been building with? It is slate, not shale. So I'm pretty sure, though, that this is also slate. So I'm still looking for that sow. I'm going to head that direction, and let's do some harvesting of stone over in this general region. I'll be back for you, my friend. I will definitely be back for you. Oh, there you guys are. Come on, give me some more flax. This is not as scary now because I actually have some freaking armor on me. Oh, so amazing. And you're going to give me more flax. Windmills are coming, guys. Windmills are coming. Let's put you away, and I'm not going to do any more fighting. Let's just get out of here. I'm running. Oh, I see some piggies. Are either of you sow? You are a sow. Are you both sow? You're a boar, you're a sow. All right, is my speed potion still going? It's still going. All right, I'm going to do one hit. Are you a 2-hit kill? No, you're not. You're only a 3-hit kill, which means yes. Ha 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 ha! I've got a sow. Finally! And we found it basically exactly at this boar location. I could have backed for that guy and his skin, but I think I'm going to leave him alone for right now. He gets to live his life alone. All right, continuing on to the stone. All right, I am in the slate area, so I think I'm ready to get myself going here. So, is there a cave? There's a cave over here that I can get started. Might as well start with a little bit of a pre-dig, right? So I don't have to do for everything from the get-go. So let's get ourselves over to the cave. I've been grabbing flint as I've been going along too. So got ourselves a pretty good stockpile in our back pocket. There was a bear over here at some point that killed us. All right, but here is a excellent starting point for our initial, you know, digging. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to well, that's no fun. I was trying to lock us in here, but you know what? They wanted to get us because there are bad guys out there trying to kill me right now. You know what? I'm going to say that this area right here, and I'm just going to put you three down. This area right here is going to be my initial little hidey hole here. We're going to build in the darkness. We've got ourselves our, you know, our handy dandy little lantern anyway. And do I have? No, I do not have anything for mining. Of course I don't. All right, here's how this works. You use a 6x6 zone for your quarrying. So I can only go down until it hits the periodwite there. But what I'm going to do, let's say we go down starting at this line right here. So I'm going to go, this is going to use up the rest of my pickaxe too, which is kind of nice. We're going to go 6 over from right here. This is going to get myself into a new area where I'm going to have to do more of this, aren't I? No one's allowed to come and try and kill me. Please and thank you. I don't think, no, there is some daylight up there. Guys, don't do this to me. All right, there we go. Cool, good enough. All right, let's grab these guys out. So we got to do 6 down like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to go 1 more further over. Are you gonna land on my head again? No, you're not. And 6. Boom. Now you don't have to do 6x6. I'm just doing it because it's the most efficient. And then I don't want to go 6 down. So 1, 2, 3. Let's see how far down I can go. 4. I can only go 5 down. That's fine. I'll do. Oh, I bet I can do a 5x7. Let's try that. And then so I'm gonna break my way over. Perfect. And that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm actually already hitting periodwite. And now you can't have multiple stone, that's fine. But I think I'm gonna end it right here. So it's not gonna be a full spot, but that's okay. It's a good little example here. All right, that's good enough right there. Let's get these guys in there. Now you want to make sure that they are all in a line and in the correct zoning so that you get it right. I believe there is a way for you to, yeah, there we go. If you control click, you'll see the thing that you are breaking, which is pretty awesome. All right, so next thing you're going to use is you can use the hammer and you're going to right click. It's going to take 2 chunks in like so. Perfect, and let's climb back up to our original friend here. Boom, 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 and last but not least, crunch. Absolutely beautiful. Ooh, and it opened up a big old pathway there. All right, so this isn't the greatest mining spot of all time, but that's okay. All right, so in this chunk, I've got myself a huge slab that has, oh, only slate in it. So it's got 117 chunks of slate. And each one of those is basically one of these. So in that chunk right there, I have 117 of these, which is absolutely fantastic. And we can utilize that chunk to grab a few different types of stone from these guys. So what I'm going to do for the next little while here is get myself quite a few chunks of, or slabs of this stone, and I'll bring you guys back probably when I'm too hungry to continue. Oh shoot, Well, this is both a good and a horrible thing. I've just ran into some copper. Well, okay, sure. Let's just grab the piece up here then. I said it was a negative thing that I found the copper because I didn't want it. I wanted the slab to be over here, but I do want the copper. So what happens is if you find yourself an ore, it won't come out through the slab. So you can see this little copper chunk actually got pushed through here a little bit, and that's okay. It's actually kind of nice because you can see a lot more of where the copper is, which is kind of awesome. But let's grab this copper as we're here. Might as well, right? Boom. Here's going to be an example of a double stoned slab. Let's get ourselves in here. And it looks like, oh, I missed myself one piece of copper there. Perfect. And I think actually my last one was also a double stoned slab. Let's see. Yeah, so this one is 156 slate and 21 period white. And this one is 200 slate and 14 period white. Absolutely awesome. Oh, there goes our copper pickaxe. On to bigger and better things though, so we're okay. All right, this should be the last piece that I'm going to be able to grab. In fact, I have to do a little bit of inventory management, seeing as I forgot to bring my backpack. So first things first, let's eat this piece of pie. That'll open up one slot. Let's remove you. That'll open up another slot. And then for you, slate gravel. All right, what did we get ourselves here? We got ourselves... There's seven giant slabs of stone. That's not going to be too bad. In fact, that's going to get us pretty far. We are definitely going to need to come back, unfortunately. It is amazing how much frickin' stone you go through in this game. I could not see myself building a giant, anything big in vanilla. It would be almost impossible. Let's delete that little ore chunk here. All right, well, I'm going to run back. I'll see you guys when I get home. All right, home sweet home. Well, the first thing I want to do is get my sow in her new home. I'm so excited. We're about to start our pig empire. This is going to be awesome. Are you ready for a friend, my friend? Here you go. This has been like 4 episodes in the making. Go. And give me back my... I can't even see you guys. You're too far away. Just... get in there so I can see. Don't get mad at me. All right, we got a sow. She's already ready to mate. That's fantastic. So because the boar is already eaten, they can basically just mate right away. I probably will feed you guys anyway, just because, you know, I'm nice. And how are you guys doing? They've already got one fertile egg in the hen box. Aren't you guys also awesome? Look at you making good. That's fantastic. You know what? Let's actually just store this thing right here because I don't need it in my inventory right now. I do not like it like that though. Maybe like this. There we go. Now it's, you know, not as horrible. All right. All of this stone. Now here's the real question I really have to ask myself. Where am I building this windmill? I'm of 2 minds. The first one is doing it up there, and the other one is doing it up there. But to get to the same height as I can get like right there by that tree, I have to go all the way up that hill. So basically like all the way up here to get to the same height that I can get to like right here. And the other thing I'm thinking about up here is this cave right here. And look at all these oaks that have grown up. That's awesome. Our oak problems are gone. This cave right here, I do believe... if I get up to it, this one connects to the one in our house. I think I'm right about that. I could be completely mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that there is a connection. At least, at the very least, we can make one. So I'm thinking that this right here might be where we put our windmill workshop. Now, it is really far away from my house, which is the other reason why I was considering doing the other one up there. Now, where are we? Our Y is 137. The reason why I want to be up high is the higher you are on your Y-axis, there we go, up here, on your, is that your Y-axis? Your X-axis? Whatever this axis is, the higher you are up there, you get a little bit of boost to your windmill. It's not that big of a deal. So I may not worry about it. Yeah, because if I do my workshop right there and like build my windmill there, I'll be closer to my house. Let's go see, make sure that my sanity is in the right spot over there, because my sanity is a little bit bad over there by my leather making situation, which we should go check to see if that's how that's all doing. Let's just go make sure that my sanity in this location is good to go. My sanity wheel is not moving. That native silver right there. That's hilarious. There is a nice little pond right here. Whoa! Hi, guys. Yeah, come on. Come with me. I'll show you a whole new world. It'll be great. Are you still chasing me? You're still chasing me. Are you just the boar, or are you also the sow? That is hilarious that we have been searching for so long for frickin' pigs, and there's been just some in our backyard. I bet you that there is a piglet up there, which is why they were so mad. She's coming right now. I see her. And there's the piglet. Come on, guys. You coming? You're coming. All right. Ouch. Okay, let's drop them off in the cage here, and hopefully Piglet will come to his mom, which I think he will, and then I'll be able to capture them from there. All right, cool. I need to get this stone put away so that I actually have room for all that stuff from the boar up there. I think I am going to choose to do it up there. It's going to be closer to my house. I won't have to go quite as far, so I think I am going to make that choice. But let's go put some stone away, and then we'll go back up there and rethink about it. All right, 6 red meat, 2 hides, and 2 lumps of fat. Not a bad pig carcass right there at all. All right, so we were thinking. What were we thinking? Up here, little pond. I could do my workshop right here along on this flat plane, and then I am pretty close to where my house is going to be down here. So if my house is going to be right here, I think that I probably want it to be up here. So I want it above this little pond in this general region. So house, workshop. All right, so let's go up there to above it and see what that looks like. We got our own little, baddies there. Rift, there's the word. All right, so this is what I'm thinking of then. All right, so if I build my workshop right here, yep, right here, then that can be the mountain that has the windmill on it. And it's not that bad. Let's see what, so we were at 137 height in the other corner. And yeah, basically 137 right here. I was thinking I would have to go all the way up onto that hill, but I think I can get away. We even got some peat right here with doing my windmill right here. And that would not, obviously we'd be able to build up anyway, so that would not be a bad location. It's got quite a nice view. So we're gonna be building our workshop down here. All right, so let's level out a little playing field here. Oh, my digging skill has gone up to level 3. We're going to take a look at what that looks like in just a second. You know what? Let's do it now. In fact, I think I have another skill in metalworking, right? Yes, metalworking. What do we want from the metalworking one? So I've already got metal recovery we're already doing. I don't want smelting. I think I want hammer expert. So what this is going to do is get me back on my hammer. Like, it's going to get me durability back. I think that's what I want. I want to get back into, I've already got that. I want to go on to finishing touch and duplicator, but we need to get way more experience. So let's get hammer expert. And then I've got farming and digging. Absolutely beautiful. So what do we get out of the farming here? Green thumb means I get yield of 10%. Cool. Demeter's kiss means I get more seeds. Gatherer is from reeds and mushrooms and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna do green thumb. It's gonna get me hopefully more flax and stuff. All right, and then digging. So I can now move into what I want is get mixed clay. This is what the one I really want. So what this means is when I'm harvesting clay, if I'm harvesting red clay, I'll get blue clay and just straight up fire clay. Absolutely awesome. Cool. Yeah, let's do mixed clay. That's the big one. That's absolutely beautiful. Fantastic. It's not gonna help me here, but when I do get some clay harvesting going, it's definitely going to help me. All right, this is the pad that I have created for our little working spot here. He says as he continues to dig further and further. Just wanted to get that area complete right there. Absolutely beautiful. I have not made a big plan about what this is all going to look like. I just wanted to have a pad to work from and a pad to do some dropping off of all of my stones that I've got chilling with me here. So still going. If that's where I'm going to be doing it, let's have a little drop off working zone over here. In fact, let's make ourselves even more room just so it's a nice flat zone. If that's where we're going to be doing our building, we're going to do our drop off zone over here. Can you guys get out of my freaking way? Good gosh. There we go. Perfect. All right, so how the stone drop off works, it looks something like this. We have so much dirt in our inventory. Good gosh. If you grab it, you get a giant slab and you just place it down on the ground. It's really hard to see sometimes, but that's what they look like, kind of all lined up. And then I should have 5 in this size. All right, let's get yourself lined up and then put it down. It's interesting when you first grab it, it seems like really unmanageable, and then when you move around, you can actually get it done. This is going to be kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but that's okay. All right, there is my slab collection. This is going to get us pretty far on this build. So what my thought to do is to do a landing zone, which is going to be my general smelting area. And then we're going to keep going up the hill a little bit and then have a landing zone that will be my Helvhammer area. And then behind the Helvhammer area is going to be the giant windmill, pillar of windmills. And what we might have to do is do a couple layering of windmills. Now, I'm not upgrading to 1.22 anytime soon, but I know that this playthrough is going to go long enough that it's going to need to be updated to 1.22. So I have to make sure that this windmill setup can utilize the windmills from 1.22. Although on that note, if I'm using the Millwright, ooh, maybe I want to make this vanilla. Ooh, do I want to do vanilla? I might want to do vanilla windmills. I know that there are the new type of windmills coming in 1.22. Yeah, I might want to do vanilla. Huh. I never do vanilla. All right, cool. Let's before we go back to the house because it's getting dark out, let's go check on my leather situation and put these 2 in there. Ooh, actually, yeah, well, we'll see what we have to do here. I have some more lime going in here because I think my lime situation is pretty dire in here. Yeah. Not a lot going on. Let's actually collect all of this lime water and combine it. Oh, I got 24. That's enough at least for these 2 to start pumping around here. And let's grab you 2, put you over there. Oh gosh. Wait, weak tannin. What's in you? Weak tannin, yeah. Why aren't you allowing me to put it in there? Liters of weak tannin. Interesting. Okay, that I understand. That's fine. Huh, that's really weird that it wouldn't let me put the other one in there. All right, so I got 12 prepared hides. I have 17 prepared hides, and ooh, I got some leather going on here, guys. I don't know why I'm doing this now. Just a second. Let's grab the leather and the leather. And that's 42 and 10. So I need 48 for the original. So let's do that. And I only have 4 left. Okay, I definitely need to get myself some more tannins and stuff going on here. So let's get you guys all filled up. I need some more buckets over here for this. That's okay. Okay, you know what? I'm getting distracted. I need 12. because 12 out of the 48 will get me all 24 leather, which is pretty sick. Perfect. The 4 is not going to be enough for this. I'm just going to store these guys in here. These guys don't go bad, so we're just waiting on them turning into, you know, getting the strong tannins before we can do anything else. On that note, there we go. And do I have any? I do have a couple in here, so I think I need 15, right? Let's see if 15 was going to get us where we need to go here. Oh, I need one more there. That's where the 15 is. All right, I'm going to grab you, and let's do 5 and 5, and then you always drop it if you don't have enough there. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab, do I want that? I kind of want to have a bucket that is, you know what? That's fine. It'll work. It'll be fine. We're putting this in there. I would love to be able to make this into more tannin, but it's a little bit busy right now. I don't have a spot for it unless I throw it away, and I don't want to do that. You know what? Stop thinking about it, dude. Let's head back to the house. All right. Did I use up all of my leather? No, I think I might have. That's pretty crazy. And so the only thing I'm really going to be using this leather for, I was originally going to go for the jerkin and stuff. You can see it's actually protection near tier 1, but I am going to need it for my chain mill. Oh my gosh, I can never say that word. Whatever. I'm going to want to go this direction at some point, I think. Let's actually take a look at the chain mill versus the armor. You know what? Freaking Gambeson's better. We've already had this whole discussion. When I get to steel, we're going to want to go that direction. All right, let's get ourselves a little bit of pie in our tum-tum because I'm getting a bit hungry. Get in my belly. And what do I want to do overnight? I think what I want to do overnight is, without you guys, obviously, let's put the meat away and put everything else away, is get a little bit more charcoal going. As you can see, I'm down to my last 39 charcoal, which goes away pretty fast when you are working through all this stuff. Although we are actually really close to a bunch of brown coal, but I need more charcoal to get more iron going in, you know, this stone. So yeah, you know what? I'm going to spend the night and I'm going to fill this bad boy up. In fact, I might even want to go one deeper. I'm going to want a permanent charcoal pit at some point, but if I go one deeper like this will get me at least a little bit more charcoal. And I've got a lot of wood to go. You know what? I'm going even one deeper. We're going to fill this bad boy up. Get me all kinds of charcoal, he says. You can make giant charcoal pits. This is actually not a lot. We've made giant charcoal. We've made bigger charcoal pits together than that in the past. All right. I'm going to get some of all of this freaking oak that we got over here cut up and thrown in there. Do I have a bunch of axes? I know I have at least one. I'll make flint axes if I need to. Oh, I actually made a little bit more firewood than I needed to. That's not a terrible thing. Let's get this all put down. I'm gonna keep, I need 4. There we go. And I need a piece of grass. I actually didn't even cut all of the wood. I also did not need the flint for all that kind of stuff there. So let's put the wood back in there. I don't need the bones for my handles, and I do not need the flint. I want to burn this flint down. That's the other reason why I wanted all this charcoal. Although for burning up the charcoal, I could utilize the brown coal. So maybe I'll go out and grab that. I need a piece of grass with me. Thank you very much. Let's go back over there and get this put in. Oh, I guess I could have gone one further. I'm going to leave it alone. It's good enough for what right now. And then maybe we'll go get ourselves some of that brown coal right now. Do I have a... No, I do not have a torch over here. I have one right here, though. All right, let's get this charcoal coal lit. Perfect. And boom. For these guys, you know what? I might as well get them set up. Got all of these guys ready to go and not set up. There's 48 of it. That should be enough for 4 of them. Let's start with 3. And then if I did 4 of these, I don't know why I just did that. That's going to leave me with 8, so I can do that. Perfect. Yes. There and there. 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And actually I have these over here as well. But it's only 7, so it's not enough. So I could do 4 more builds there. But I don't believe I have enough of the magnetite. I do not. So we need to go on another adventure getting some more iron, don't we? Because 22 is going to go away so much faster than you guys think. Holy crap. It is shocking how quickly you plow through that kind of stuff. Okay, while I got all that going, while the charcoal is burning, let's go get ourselves some brown coal. I know that we have some down here, right? Yes, brown coal right there. I also need to restock my peat. I have no more peat, so I'm going to use tonight through the evening to get myself a little bit of fuel. Oh, did we already go in here? I don't remember. Hello? Anything interesting in here? We got a bunch of cobwebs. I think that this one is pretty garbage. I feel like we did go in here and there wasn't anything. Oh, there's 2 rusty gears. Well, that's what you get for looking. I don't actually think this is a big, he says, just a second. I don't know if this is a big brown coal node. Nope, I'm wrong. It's bigger than I thought it was. Just those 2 up in the top there were really small. Well, let's see how far it goes. All right, that node ended up being a little bigger than I thought it was. It got me almost 4 full stacks. Not too shabby. Also, just discovered, I think, a new little ruin, because I don't think this is the same as the one over there. Let's see if I've discovered something else. Are you a different ruin or just the back of the one over there? I think that is just the back of the one over there, isn't it? Yeah, never mind. Right? Yeah, it's just the back of it. Okay, fine. Let's go see if our friends are going to let us out here unmolested. I know that there's some friendos over here trying to get me. Let me out. It is daylight out there. So don't try to eat me, friends. Oh, there's a little bit more right there. Well, in that case, die a terrible death. Are you the only friend down here? You're the only friend. What do you got? You got absolutely nothing. You're the worst. All right, give me my last little chunks here. Oh, there's a little bit more there. I see that you're even more of you. Come on. Come on. Don't get stuck. Give me more flax. Oh, yeah, or a temporal gear. That's awesome. Absolutely amazing. We have enough temporal gears now if we find ourselves... Oh, actually, we haven't. We've already found... Oh, no. I think I'm okay. I think it's not going to be a full node. Yeah, it was just a little chunk of it. I think we already found ourselves a temporal transporter, didn't we? Let's take a look at the map here and see if I've already marked one down. I have a feeling that I have. This is the problem when you have like 20 gameplays going at the same time. Let's take a look at the map. Do I have one? Translocator? Who's sniping me in the middle of the day? Oh, you're just throwing rocks at me? You jerk. It's daylight. Oh, and that's who's sniping me. There is a Bowtorn over there. Come over here, bud. Don't poke me with your nose. Stupid guys, because there's a rift right there. And all you got is your stupid bone arrow. You know what? You can have your bone arrow. I don't even care about it. Let's grab this guy. You gonna give me anything good? Yeah, piece of flax. Absolutely perfect. All right, let's actually, on the note of flax, let's go put all of this brown coal away. In fact, let's put all of this away. And then see if this flax up here is ready to harvest. Because I wouldn't mind giving these guys a snack, even though I know I have some flax grains somewhere. Let's also go and grab the sow that's down there. And I think that's where I'm going to end the episode. In fact, let's grab the sow first. Sow, did you bring your friend the baby over towards you? Let's see. I'm here. Oh, whoa! Multiple babies. But I just want the mom. I don't want the babies. Come on. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to kill this deer because she's going too hard on me. There we go. And mom, do not be... She's now running, so I think she's now injured enough that I can grab her. Man, I want to get the HP mod. Oh, you died? Oh, man. Oh, well. Well, that's too bad. Don't know why she wouldn't let me grab her. Why am I still being injured there? Who the heck knows? These babies aren't trying to get me, are they? Maybe they are. Well, maybe we'll let these babies grow up and they can be the guys that come get me. Who's getting me here? Is it the babies? You know what? Let's get myself out of here. This is horrible. All right, you guys grow up and be better. Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, that's what's happening. Uh-oh. Before I die of hunger, let's go get ourselves some food. That would be hilarious. You know what? Just give me some berries. That's so funny. I think it's because I have I think there is a stat that I have that allows me to, when I take damage, I take hunger damage instead of actual damage. And on that note, I am quite injured, so let's take a little bit of a healing potion here. Good gosh. Oh, my survival has gone up. And I also have all of these new fancy hides, but I can't even put them in there. And I have 20 raw meat. Man, I got 2 hide from that guy. That's pretty awesome. And I got some antlers, which will turn into bone meal. Getting fully distracted from what I was going to be doing, aren't I? Let's get ourselves back up here. All right, for right now, let's put the meat in here. Wow, 26. I'm actually just going to throw this stuff in here for now. That's not a bad idea. Let's throw in one of these guys, all of the flint, because I want to get myself some more fire clay going here. My flint should be right there. Into you, and I'm going to throw a half stack of my brown coal. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let's go take a look at that flax and see how long it's got there. I'm pretty sure at least some of it is ready to go. Let's do a quick harvest and then feed our animals. A little sad that we didn't get the rest of those animals there. We have the rye at 2%, and yes, we have a decent amount of this stuff that is absolutely roaring and ready to go. Not all of it, and this is going to be ready in 15 hours. I could wait on all of this to be ready at once. That probably would be a smart idea. Oh my god. Voice cracking. But you know what? I want to get it in the ground as soon as humanly possible. And it's kind of a fun little ending for both of them, you know? We ended the last episode with a flax harvest. Let's end this episode with a flax harvest, right? And I'm a little bit nervous about all of this flax being ready before the fall anyway, so getting as much of this in the ground early is going to make me feel a little bit better about myself. So you're ready to go, you're ready to go, and all of this is ready in 32 hours, 16 hours, 14, 11. Yeah, so not all of it's going to be ready until, you know, tomorrow, right? So let's get the rest of this in the ground. We got 34 seeds and so many more of these things for our, you know, our future windmill setup. Let's see how much cloth I can make from what I just harvested. This was a little bit overkill, obviously, on the planted ground, but I was nervous for how much of that seed I was going to get and how much we're going to find out in the wild. We might find some more. So, better too much. I also am noticing that my berries are done, and all of those berries are harvestable as well. So maybe we might get ourselves some more berries in, and might do that in between episodes just because it's a lot of berries. This might all go to rot, but that's also not the end of the world. What am I in here for? Right, we were going to see how much flax we have. Do I have 4 more flax? I do. There we go. That's going to be exactly enough. Boom. To do 16 more pieces. Absolutely beautiful. So, or a windmill. So when we were talking about maybe going vanilla, or at least setting it up to be vanilla, maybe what I'll do is I'll do, yes, for you, for the Millwright. All right, let's actually grab this. So if I could do you, and so the Millwright does all these reinforced rotors, and maybe I'll just do a reinforced normal rotor, which then takes the, you know, I could also make the 8 sail. That would be the real thing. We could just utilize that and even use it on 20 and then, you know, revert back if we wanted to. Maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go for the 8 sail. Absolutely perfect. That's the goal. But I think that's gonna have to be in the next episode. So, yeah. In between episodes, I'm going to pick all of those berries right there. And I might also start laying out the future foundation for our future smithy and windmill area. But I think on that note, you guys, I am going to leave this episode here. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. We got ourselves our sow, which is absolutely fantastic. We got ourselves our new armor, which I think we're looking pretty swag in. And what else do we do? More harvesting, more a little bit of everything. Oh, and we got some smithing and some more stone. That's what we did. All right, cool. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode of Vintage Story. Bye, everybody.